Renovating a home on your own might sound like a great way to save money and put your personal touch on things, but it's not easy. You better be ready to take on a huge project. One Idaho woman named Heidi learned this for herself when she inherited a very special piece of property. When Heidi's great-great-grandmother passed away, she inherited her farmhouse. While it may have been a beauty in its heyday, the home had fallen into disrepair over the 30 years it was uninhabited. It would take a lot of effort to turn it into a real home again. Heidi had fond memories of the farmhouse from her childhood. She didn't want to sell it, even though that might have been easier than renovating it. Instead, she was determined to make her family's farmhouse beautiful again, but she had a long way to go. The farmhouse was a 700 square foot single-bedroom home. Heidi knew there was a lot of work to do, but she was committed to the project and happy to reclaim the house for her family. First, she had to assess what she was working with. Overall, the house had good bones. There was a little bit of mold in one of the walls, but that was replaceable. As Heidi considered the job ahead of her, she realized that she wanted to move into the home herself once the renovations were done. Luckily, there was no structural damage that needed to be corrected. Only a small area of the wall in the bathroom sustained minor water damage. Considering that this building stood vacant for 3 decades, it was in pretty good shape. Once Heidi discovered the renovation would be more about cleaning up the house and modernizing its features, she was free to explore the aesthetic possibilities of her soon-to-be new home. One of the biggest tasks at hand was sweeping out all the debris that collected on the floor over the years. There was a healthy accumulation of dirt, dust, and crumbled bits of drywall in every room. The exterior of the farmhouse got a total makeover with brand new siding, a fresh coat of paint, and new awnings and gutters, while the interior was fitted with all new drywall. The house was finally starting to look livable again. If you thought this once dilapidated farmhouse looked spiffy on the outside after Heidi's remodeling, just take a peek at the refreshed interior. It's difficult to imagine that this was the same place. The tacky linoleum was ripped up and replaced with beautiful hardwood floors, and all the appliances were updated. Every wall in the house was refinished and repainted in a warm mocha beige hue to give the home a cozy and inviting appearance. The kitchen might have been the room that underwent the most transformation, with stainless steel appliances, a beautiful tile backlash, and dark wood cabinets. Doesn't this kitchen make you want to whip up a delicious dinner for guests? Every part of the kitchen, just like the rest of the house, was cleaned and polished from its previous condition. Just look at all that cabinet space. This was one room that would be seeing a lot of use in the future. Heidi knew she was going to be entertaining friends and family once everything was finished, so she bought a lovely wraparound couch to furnish the living room. She wanted to make sure that even with a large crowd, everyone had a comfortable place to curl up. She fixed up the bedroom so she had plenty of closet and drawer space for her clothing, and she brought in a brand new bed as well. With her bedroom complete, Heidi could officially call the house her home. There was one surprise Heidi got from her renovations that she didn't see coming though. One day, a stray cat wandered into the home. While she wasn't sure what to do with him at first, Heidi ended up adopting the little guy. According to Heidi, the renovation cost roughly $35,000 to $40,000 overall. Things weren't completely resolved after she moved in, however. She quickly realized there was one major item missing. Heidi found out there was no septic tank, and all the wastewater was draining into a field in the rear of the home. She immediately installed one to alleviate the wastewater problem, and it worked like a charm. Her dedication and hard work definitely paid off. She followed through on a project that many other people might have abandoned at the outset. But after all was said and done, it was worth every ounce of effort. Now, Heidi and her feline friend could live happily in their new abode. She could also take comfort in the fact that the home once belonged to her great-great-grandmother, so the energy of her family would always flow through it. This woman did an absolutely beautiful job with her family's farmhouse. Now, it's ready to be lived in and loved once again.